Hola! Bienvenidos a Spanglish. Today you're going to learn how to use the articles and how to use them properly. To start with, we're going to see first examples in English so you can understand better. In English, we have definite and indefinite articles. Definite articles are focused on specific information. Now, for example, when you say, I'm going to the hospital, or I'm going to the Royal Hospital, the receiver actually knows which hospital you're going to. If you don't mention the name of the hospital, you just say, I'm going to the hospital, he already knows, or she already knows, where are you going to. The information has been given before. Whereas indefinite articles A and N, it's a general information. For example, I'm going to a hospital. The receiver doesn't know which hospital you're going to. No, you don't even show which hospital you're going. You don't even know. So this understanding is the same in Spanish. We have in Spanish artículos indeterminados that are el, la, las, los, and artículos indeterminados, which are un, una, unos, unas. We're going to get more into detail. They are based, the article is adjusted because of the gender and the number. Gender because it's female and male, and number because it's singular and plural. We're going to get more into detail.
To use the Spanish articles, firstly you need to identify the noun's gender and number, and according to that, the correct article. Let's say, el gato. It is masculine gender in singular number. Los gatos, masculine and plural. La gata, feminine in singular, and las gatas, feminine plural. With the artículos indeterminados, we apply the same. Un gato, masculine singular. Unos gatos, masculine plural. Una gata, feminine singular. And unas gatas, feminine plural.
The nouns are basically people, animals, places, and things. And every noun has a gender and number. Gender, masculine, feminine, number, singular or plural. Some nouns have neutral gender, itself just a noun. However, the article will show the real gender, either masculine or feminine. Let's see some examples. To recognize the noun gender, we have to check the endings of each word. For example, we talk about feminine gender. They are very likely to end in letter A or A en español. For example, la niña, la cama, okay? And there is other endings that makes them feminine as well. For example, it ends in sion with C, sion with S, that, tat, and umbre. So for example, decisión, canción, cumbre, vecindad, y amistad. Also, there are exceptions. For example, la mano, la radio. To recognize the nouns in masculine is the same. Generally, they end in letter O. For example, el libro, el niño, and also they end in letter E or E en español. For example, el café, el coche, and also they end with a consonant. For example, el hospital, el lápiz, el papel, okay? And there's also exceptions, for example, el día, el mapa. And there's also nouns that doesn't have a specific gender, but the article will make it recognize if it's feminine or masculine. For example, they end in ista and ente. For example, el turista or la turista, el estudiante or el estudiante. Remember, if the noun comes from a person or an animal, it's basically easy to recognize the gender. Because if the animal or person is female or male, it will be easier to recognize. But for things or places, it can be to recognize the ending will be very useful.
Now that you know the articles and how to recognize the nouns, resolve this exercise and comment below.
Well, thank you so much for watching this channel and for supporting, just to watching it, you're already supporting this. We're making these resources for you to learn Spanish, and if you like and subscribe, a lot of people are gonna be able to have the Spanish lesson as well. Thank you and see you soon.